Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Put some levels in here. Computer's going real slow for some reason. Real slow. Let me see what's going on. What I got open? I don't get why we're going so slow. Let's see if it sorts itself out. And add decline starting out the day at plus 1,097. It's now at 689. We've lost 400, 500 companies. Red. Let's put some levels in here. Yesterday's value area. Like it traded up into it overnight. Looked like it was rejected on the highs of it. Looked like the value area low is acting as support here. It's coming back into it now. As far as the hour is concerned, definitely still in a bear trend. This correction here. Push up overnight, push down, push up. So we're looking for it to break, obviously, this low here and continue down. But this is acting as support at the moment. And this area here is definitely acting as resistance above here. All of this congestion here, then we sold off early this morning. Or no, that was not this morning. Yesterday morning. Came back and tested it here, sold off again. So we're definitely looking, if we get a test of this area here, we're looking for this to remain where they start selling. Now, if we peek above this area here, we might have to change our bias, but right now it's looking short. Companies are declining. Using the MACD today, as you see. seconds there. Ticks are at 3. Ticks are at negative 349. Add decline is coming down. We just poked below this low here. We have one trend line we can draw here. It was acting as support. Count this as a zone down here. Kind of broken through that. Looks like we're continuing to. I'm going to sell this short here. And I'm going to put my orders. Well, I'm going to try to get in here on this fill of this efficiency. Let's see if it fills it for me. I want to get in right here. Somewhere in that area. How long is this area here? It's 5 points. So if I get in somewhere right here, I'd be fine with that. I don't think it's going to let me. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get in now. This tick is -7. Add decline is down to just 55 companies positive. Let's go ahead and jump in here, see what it gives me. Ticks at -653, add decline at -25. Be looking to add on if it clears this here. This gap right here. -765 on the ticks. That's nice volume for that spread right there. Put this line down here. The first real try from the bulls here this morning. It's kind of bearish off of the open. Looking like they want to jump in here now. Getting to my second contract where I should have got in the first time, it looks like. Fill that imbalance. Looking for a drop away here. Let's put a volume profile over this area right here. See what this last move up looked like. So you got a node sticking out right here. 650 minus 650. Ticks are at plus 301. Add declines at plus 119 and climbing. And a big reversal bar here, 16-point reversal bar. Volume's nice on it. It's coming back down here a little bit. Ticks are backing off here up top, coming back negative, negative 254, negative 182. So Ad Decline lost 820 companies on the last 5 minutes before this bar. So let's see if we continue to see the selling pressure come in here. Negative 496 in the ticks. Ad Decline is negative 49, negative 59, negative 67. Negative 696 on the ticks, negative 844, negative 772. Ad Decline is making a new low here. I really want to see this candle fill out with all this selling pressure coming in here. Ad Decline at 210. There's weakness here on this 30-second chart. It's making a higher low. Let's see if we can get a breakdown here. Okay, so it did break down, looking like it wants to go lower. So the 50% of this zone here is acting as support. It looks like this zone that rejected before looks like it's acting as support here. But at decline is still declining. Like to see us push below 500 on the ad decline. We are putting in, well, so far a lower high. I think it might push up past this here. Push up past this area here, get out everybody that sold before 8:30 and then continue down. But this entire area here that we marked out as an O, meaning that it's pushing prices up, it's definitely reacting to the 50% of that level. So we've been plus 650, now we're minus 800. I'm looking at these higher lows. Even if I'm wrong on this, it should pull back at least to this area here and let me out at break even. So I'm not really concerned about being wrong at this point. I am looking to get more short because, like I said, I think it's going to spike up and try to take some people out before it goes in the direction it wants to go. This little area here, a node right here, that would be in line with the spike there. So I'm interested in getting in short again here. At decline, we've gone from negative 268 to plus 400. 600 more companies going green. Looks like we pushed up to plus 918 on the ticks. Coming back down now though. Not really any trend lines I can draw to assist me except this one here. Like that one right there. Volume looks good on these 3-minute bars. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, man. Volume looks good on these 3-minute bars. Spread looks good. Can see some consolidation on the 30-minute or 30-second. The hour's still showing major rejection though. And a big top and tail bar on this 30-second chart here. It's definitely seeing some rejection from this value area high. This next move down, if we create a higher high or higher low, I'm going to have to admit I'm wrong here. But hopefully we break this, take these people out here. But let's see if we get tagged in for this other short here. Alright, so we're in this one here. Add decline plus 613. Looks like it's pushing back to the highs. My broker's going to take me out of this trade at my 3,000 price target. If I get there. Hopefully I won't. Or 3,000 loss target, I should say. See what we do with this trend line here. Add decline is at 800. 800 on the ticks. Getting some rejection here on this candle. So on the other screens, I'm looking at the 15-minute and the hourly also. And then you see I'm looking at the 30-second and the 3-minute. The hourly just gave us a new print. We are rejecting this trend line for the moment. See if we come back down off of it. Plus 188 on the ticks. Add decline is rising though. This looks like a redistribution here. A lot of volume on that last candle, and it gave us a wick to the bottom. So bears are starting to participate more. Some selling pressure coming in here. We're just returning to the zero line on the ticks. We're not really pushing below 0 or below 600. Really looking to see that. Okay, we're pushing below 0 now on the ticks. Negative 205, negative 233, negative 256. Really want to see a push below 600. Okay, negative 369. Add decline is wicking the top here. Negative 119, negative 205. So remember I said if we make a higher low here, I got to get out. But I want to see us approach this really aggressively and take it out. Even if we dip below it, I'm going to stay in this. But if we get to right here, we get to this area here, right here, and we start to find some support, that's not going to be good, and I'm going to just go ahead and get out of this and try again. So really where my order is, coincidentally, I don't want to see support come in there. Nice big spread on this volume here. I like that. I like the selling continuing into this bar here. A little bit more buying too. Like they're trying to find support. Probably draw this trend line here on this 30-second here. See what how it's reacting to it. I'd love to see this trend line break and retest and fall away. That's the theory there. Add decline at 36. I'm sorry, add decline at 697 positive. Takes are at 36 positive. Now they're at negative 61, negative 196. Hour chart looks good for me. 15-minute chart looks, I could go either way. This 3-minute chart and this 30-second chart are obviously short-term bullish with these higher lows. But we did just hit an equal high here. Well, no, it was lower because it's slanting down still. So this is that higher low. I didn't want to see, but let's see if it comes back down. All right, got a big tail on this bar. I like that. Ticks are at 125, negative 125. Yeah, I want to see them go ahead and push down and fill this, break this low. And then we can move down on this next candle. 6 seconds left. Add declines pushing down. Ticks at negative 517. Okay, we just broke that low. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're breaking this trend line here. I love that topping tail bar at support like this. You had the buyers push above this trend line. Obviously they were above it when I drew it, but then you have bears approaching it and still continuing to sell into it. That means that they believe they can get much lower prices, which I also believe, to buy back at. So that's what I'm betting on here, that we push down past this low right here. Past this low. Minus 470 on the ticks. Add declines pushing down more and more negative. We're at negative 364 on add decline. I want to see these ticks really get below 600. Show me. There we go. 666. Oh shit. 666 on the ticks. 613. Don't want to see support come in here at all. No, keep going down. Have to make a quick decision here. I'd feel better if I was one contract lighter, honestly. So let's do that. Okay, we just sold one contract, or bought one contract back. There we go. I'm looking at this 30-second over here, guys. Looks like it wants to push below here. Ticks are at minus 508. Add decline is negative 306. I'll buy one more back here. We can add back on at this retest or on the break of this here. But there's no need to keep the whole position on here. Ticks are at negative 40. ahead and got out of all three of those. Let's look at this retest here on this 30 second and 3 minute. I'm not looking at the P&L today, well, right now until I'm done trading. That's something I'm working on, just making good trades, not worrying about the money. That's why you might see me get a little bit overextended and paper loss. But I'm really just trying to read the action and make good trades, basically. So this can actually be adjusted to right here. I wouldn't really call this enough support to make that trend line there. This is more the support here. So once again, we have this topping tail coming down here. Add declines at -323, -376. Not add decline the ticks, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're pushing below this. All right. So we've retested now. I'm interested in going short again. Very efficient price action here. We had a gap here until this came and filled it with the wick. We had a gap here until this came and filled it with the wick. So there's really no reason for this to come back up here. Efficiency wise, now it could come up to, you know, manipulate you out, but efficiency wise, this has already been painted in both directions here, up and down. So I'm looking for a continued breakdown here. Coming to this level here, remember I said I wanted to see this level break right here, and I'm actually interested in adding on below that level. So let me put in a stop order. I might just have to mark it in. My mouse and computer is moving so slow today, I don't know why. Look at all this volume coming into this 30-second candle here. You guys see that? Didn't get a big spread out of it though, because you've got buyers down here. They're still supporting this area here. So I just want to see it poke below this. So you just poke below this. That'll show me that you want to go down here. So this one right here, I want to see you poke below this right here. Because an equal low to me is still bullish at this point. I don't want to see an equal low. I don't want to see a higher low. I want to see you poke below it. Think about it for a second and then decide to come on through. Now I could count this as a retest here. I would count this as a retest. If you go here, here, and then you count this move up here and break back down as structure here, support here, you got to count this as a retest. So I'm not rearranging this trend line anymore to incorporate this. I'm looking for this retest here. I had someone ask me, I think it was Jonathan, about a week ago, why I didn't use the tick charts, why I used the 30-second. I think he said if I'm going to use the 30-second, why didn't I just use the ticks or something like that. But got me to thinking, so I went and played around with the ticks a little bit. Different tick settings, 500. 233, you know, Fibonacci numbers that people use for the ticks, and I actually found the 30-second to be superior. And even if it was a little bit off, like even if the ticks were a little more detailed as far as these swings go, I can't use the tick chart in TradingView. So if you have a platform that you like to use and you're very familiar with, that's part of a trading edge if you think about it, because you know the tool that you're using to read the market very well. So, you know, if you're going to switch tools, you know, think if you were doing a job and you were given a brand new tool. You know, maybe it was the same kind of tool that you've already had, but it was a different brand. Maybe it had an extra feature, or the button was on the left side, not the right. You know, you're going to spend more energy figuring that tool out, how to use it properly, than if you just use something that you know. And if you just, you know, focus on basically what you know. So I know TradingView, I'm comfortable with it. I pick my brokers, whether I'm trading stocks, futures, options. I pick them based on me knowing TradingView. So the tick charts would force me to go and learn a whole new platform. And I think that would take away some energy from actually reading the charts into, well, how do I draw this trend line? Or how do I put this study on the chart? You know what I mean? So I'm very familiar with this, and the 30-second definitely gives me, and I can go down to 15 seconds. I can go down to 1 second on this. I can go down to 15 seconds. Sometimes you'll see that up. Okay. But it's overall, as you've seen today, it's overall just the zones that I'm working with. Did this zone reject price last time it was here, or did it support price? And when it comes down again, what do you expect it to do? So this zone here, let's go to the hour so you can see what I'm talking about here. This zone right here, yesterday, rejected price. And this morning, right here. Oh, but that wasn't it. Hold on. It's this big box. Yeah, I thought so. It's this big box here. And about half of it, halfway through the zone, it was rejected. So it held the first time, popped back up, and it doesn't look like it's holding right now. We're getting some real selling pressure now. Add declines at 3. Only 3 companies are red versus green in the market. Ticks are at negative 672. Big red bar on the hourly. Let's go back to what we're trading on now. Now, one contract plus 400 bucks. That's pretty good. Imagine had I come down with all 3 like I went up with all 3. Have we poked below this here? Yeah, we're below that. Okay, so I'm going to add on to this now. Oh, did I get that break? See how it kind of jumped a little more at the end there? I wonder if I got a bad fill. I got filled at 34. Oh, I got a good fill. All right, ticks are really down here now. They're at negative 834. Add decline at negative 59 or negative 159. Okay, so we got what we wanted. We got a break of this. We got a retest, breakdown, and we have now a lower low. So we've got all these lower highs here. We have now our lower low. I mean, we had lower lows here, but it wasn't really, these did not matter right here until we got below here, because this was a swing point, definitely a swing point. So we got below there, and then we definitely got below here. So volume's picking up here. Looks like we're filling an inefficiency here with this wick. See if it wants to go beyond that. We have not checked our profit and loss. We don't know what it's doing just yet. We're just focusing on making good trades. Let's just read the chart, focus on good trades. I'm looking for rejection off of this trend line here and this support that was broken. It looks like we're going to get that. Add decline is wicking. So at this point, it would have to do something really crazy to get me bullish on this market, short term right now. You've got a high here. You've got a swing high here on the 30-second. You've got a swing high here. I'm trying to see what would it have to do to get me out of this position right now. Let's look at this move up or move down here. All right, so right at the POC of this move down, so a lot of orders went into the market right here. You guys see that right here? A lot of orders went into the market here, and it looks like it's rejecting that area. You had one here and here and here, and then you just got some blank space right here. Blank space right there. I think that's a little too far away for me to want to hold it into that area, though. Let's see how far that area is away. Yeah, that area is 12 points away, so I'm looking at negative 1500 if I get there. It's got a lot of volume up here. I'll hold it there. I'll hold it till there. Getting some rejection here. Add declines at negative 44. Ticks are pushing back below 600, it looks like. One more contract, one more bullet I'm gonna fire here. Yeah, we got some extreme selling here. I'm gonna get into this last contract now. My goal is to go from 3 lots this month to 4 lots next month and 5 lots. I want to be at 6 lots by the end of the summer. So I'm really testing myself with, you know, like having just believing in my analysis. Like you remember up here at one point we were at negative 12, negative 27, negative 28. I have a loss limit set with the broker at 3,000. They cut me off and locked me up for the day. So I'm not really interested in what is this doing here? Add declines, getting ready to make a new low. Hour chart's looking really nice. 15-minute chart can still go either way. What was I getting ready to say? Whether I get to 3,000 in 1 trade, 2 trades, 4 trades, whatever, it's going to lock me out and I'm going to be done. So that's why you see me kind of being lackadaisical with the stop loss, because when you have markets this volatile, they're gonna move around. So if you're in an E-mini, especially 3 E-minis, you just gotta kind of let the market do what it's gonna do, but know that eventually it's gonna go in your direction, and if not, you're gonna take that hit for that day. But what I've done lately is I've caught chunks of big days, caught pieces of big days, like maybe 30, 40 points, and then it goes and runs another 60 or 70. And it's really leaving a lot of money on the table. And I wouldn't say it pisses me off because I still made money, but it definitely lets me see that, hey, what you're doing right now with these tight stops, it's not really working out. So just if you spot a good trade, size into it, and if you're wrong, you'll be wrong for the day and you'll be out. It'll be locked, because once I'm wrong, I'm locked out and I can't trade anymore that day. And I haven't been locked out yet. I've traded this way for a couple of days now, this week, and I haven't been locked out yet. So I'm just going to focus on making good trades, not focus on the money. I'm going to focus on price and the levels that price is telling me it wants to go to. This add decline is pushing down one negative 200. Ticks are pushing down. They're below negative 600 right now. I said last week one of the things I'm working on is adding on to only my winning trades. When I'm in profit, adding on. And I looked at that when I watched my recordings, and there were times where even when I'm watching the recording, I had a strong desire to add on at a level that was above where I got in. So it would have been adding on, doubling down on a negative. And so I'm struggling with that as a trader. I want to do the right thing and only add on when I'm in profit so that I have a little bit of buffer if it goes against me. But I also want to give myself the wiggle room to be able to add on higher if, like earlier, I could have gotten a better fill, higher at a level that it's most likely to hold. And what I'm struggling with is I'm going to know if I'm wrong faster. I'm going to know if I'm wrong right away on trades like that. But am I going to be good enough to admit that and get out? So we're seeing a nice breakdown here. Add decline is finally hitting new lows on the day. Oh, I don't want to see support come in here. Come on. Okay, so we're at the value area low here. Last time it supported price though, so I'm happy to see it breaking down through here this time. There we go. That's a nice break. That's a very nice break. I'm going to buy one back right now. I'm going to try to. Okay, there we go. So that's locking in about 500 here. I like this spread on this candle. I like this spread and this volume here. Long wick here. Declines kind of pushing up. Ticks are back over 100. I don't want to see them push to 600. Let's get rid of some of this stuff here. Let's get rid of all it. Let's start over. You guys follow me this far, you know what all those lines were for, but people that might just pop in, they're like, what the hell is this guy playing over here? What is he doing? We definitely have our new low. A lot of volume in here. Wicks on both sides. They're really balanced right here. This volume was more than the last. Shit, this volume was more. Look at this. Look at this volume bar right here. Last 3 minutes volume was more than all of this up to this. Last, what's that, 10 bars? Last 30 minutes. And they couldn't really get anything out of it here. The pattern's not really visible there. It's kind of, I mean, I could definitely draw a trend line there, but this I wouldn't call this a triangle because it's just trading into the apex. It's not showing you any kind of breakout. So I'll just put that line there just for reference, but I took off VWAP on the chart and I added MACD, as you see. I like to switch it up every now and then. I tell you guys all the time, there's no wrong way to trade. You can make money doing anything. I read something about MACD and I thought it was very interesting, and I thought I would try it in my trading this week. Let me see if I can find that article. I'll pull it up and then explain it to you. Got about a minute left in this candle right here. Add decline is they're not there. It's not moving. It's negative 217, and it was at a low of negative 305. But this might be a leg up. I might want to lighten up here and just get in higher. Okay, maybe not. Maybe negative 572 on the ticks. Negative 200. Okay, I'm gonna lighten up right here. Typically when I lighten up, it drops, like the bottom fucking falls out. So if you're in this, you could probably go ahead and sell and it'll drop. But throughout the day as you trade, you know, like I said, my first trade, I'm willing to let it run to my daily stop if, you know, I believe in it and I believe that there's going to be support or resistance coming in real soon. I'll scale into that, and if it takes me out, I'm just out and I'm done for the day. And then I get to watch the recording later and go, well, you were too early, you were too late, look for these things next time. And I actually write things down. I made a laminated I just laminated some paper, laminated some like flashcards, and I got these wet erase markers. They're like dry erase, but they're wet erase, so they can write on dry erase boards, but the ink can't be removed unless you use a water liquid. And I use that to take notes while I'm trading, and then I look at the note. I put down the time, and when it gets to that time in the recording, I look at that at my notes, and I see, well, what the hell were you thinking? And if I'm recording, obviously I can hear myself talking and everything. I can hear myself trying to verbalize what's going through my head. But to also be able to write it down, I found it to be really, really helpful. getting actionable steps from your trading. So, you know, get you a pen and pad as you record your trades. Talk to yourself. It's like your video journal. Mine just happens to be on YouTube. And when you're rewatching it, compare your notes to what you're saying and how you feel differently now, you know, because if I have a bad day, I'll probably go take a nap, have some breakfast or lunch or whatever, and then I'll come back and watch the video. And I want to take away some steps. If it's a bad loss, I want to take away some actions to not repeat, you know, the next week or the next couple trades. What is this thing doing here? It's kind of stalling out right now. I think we're going to see. So when you have this down here, you're at the bottom of a move. Let me go ahead and get out of this position. You're at the bottom of a move, and you're just kind of chopping around down here. You're consolidating. You're either accumulating or distributing right now. That's all a consolidation is. It's either they're getting more orders, they're selling more orders to go lower, or they're closing some of the orders that they sold higher to go higher. And it looks like they want to go higher at the moment. But add decline is still, it's like negative 215. So we started the day at, I'm not in a trade. I can pull this down and show you guys what I'm looking at here. We started the day at we started the day high up here at 1084, plus 1084. We sold down to negative, almost negative 300. Then we came back up. We couldn't get as many companies positive. We got 933. So almost 150 less companies were positive on the retest, on the retracement, than were negative. And then we sold off again here on the add decline. And now we're making new lows. Still haven't looked at my P&L. Still haven't looked at it. I'm just trying to get good trades off. Just focusing on the trades. It's hard. It's hard as hell. It's so hard because I want to see where I'm at for the day. But this is something that I reviewed the trading, and I said, you know, you mentioned your P&L a lot. You mentioned how much you're up or down. You probably should stop doing that and focus on taking better trades, better setups. So that's what I've been trying to do. This is kind of selling off here, but the ticks are not, they're not really doing much. What's add decline doing here? Getting a break of this trend line that doesn't matter to anyone. I'm gonna go ahead and sell short again though. Get back in here. We should not get back above this area here. There's no real inefficiencies in this area. This area right here. That's still 12 points. Jeez. So the hourly chart is now taking out the low of yesterday. So we've committed to that, which means we're probably going to get much lower now. Um, but what I was trying to say earlier is, as you trade, as you move through your trading day, you got to get less risk averse. It's kind of like when you start saving for retirement. You know, when you're in your 20s and 30s, you can be a little more risky. You can go for those high return, higher risk products in your 401k. But as you get older, you want to dial some of that risk back. Um, you want to dial some of that risk back in your profile, because if you make a mistake, say you have a recession or something, you don't want to be in something that's extremely risky because you don't have time to recover. And it's just like that in your trading day. As you start to accumulate profits, you're not really looking to catch that huge move toward the end of the day. You just kind of want scalps, and that's what you see me doing right now. I'm just scalping out for 200-300. So I'm catching pieces of the move, but I'm moving into a more protective stance, as I know that I'm in some pretty nice profit. If I had to guess, I'm probably up about 1,500 right now, if I had to guess. But I haven't looked, so we're just guessing. It's been about an hour and a half on this stream. Oh, that MACD article. Let me see if I can find it. Meta, Facebook just hit a 52-week low of 161.86. Damn. Remember when that shit was over 350? It was like 380 or something crazy. Damn. I love Facebook. When I first started trading, I traded Facebook exclusively for like 6 months, and I got really good at it. One day it dropped from 330 to 302 like a flash, and then it started rallying back up, and it was a Friday, and it was like expiration Friday, so the contracts were super cheap. So I might have bought like 8 or 9 contracts for like 60 cents, which was $60. And by the end of that day, those contracts were selling for $700. It had just rallied so much, so I made a lot of money that day. That was a very, very fun day. But yeah, it's being punished right now. Someone asked me the other day, I just trade futures now. Do I miss trading stocks? And I do, but then I don't. I can't find that article, I tell you what. It should be in my history. Did I watch it on this one here? Or did I see it on my tablet? Okay, so I wouldn't want to be short in this kind of environment right now. Looks like it's going to push up. We're seeing some buying pressure come in here. If I find that article, I will make a video about it. It was very impactful to me. It's something I never thought about when using the MACD. When you read a lot about why the people that made these indicators made them, that's like the best way to learn how to use it, because they made it for a purpose, right? And however we're using it today, it's not what it was intended to do. So yeah, it may work. People find out it works for this or that, but I like to get back to You know, why'd you make it? What was it intended to show you when you made it? And does it still show you the same thing today? And that's when I found this article about the creator of the MACD and what it was intended to do at that time. Obviously, help you see divergences earlier. Yeah, we're getting a big push up here. Remember I said it shouldn't get through this box, and then what did it do? Come right through this box. So I was good to get out of that trade. But see, later in the day, I'm not holding. If I think it's going to come up to this level and fail, which I do think it's going to fail around this area, I'm not holding this trade all the way up here to see it fail and come back down, unless I'm adding on right here. And I'm not adding on at this point in the day higher because I want to, I already have my money. I'm just trying to, you know, get high probability scalps off. So you take nothing away from this recording today. Make it to where you know, decrease your risk as the day goes on. So I think I'm done for the day, actually. Let's see what we made. I said we were about 1,500 up. We're 1,774. So we made $1,700 today. As you can see, just checked it for the first time. I hope this was insightful, informative, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.